The sky is blue. You're on the couch. Your dog is asleep on the floor. And then it wakes up. Not slowly. Not with a yawn and a stretch. Your dog's eyes open and its body goes rigid. It stands. Walks to the middle of the room and stops. Ears flat. Body low. Eyes locked on nothing. You look at the window, blue sky. You look at your phone. No alerts. You look back at your dog. It hasn't moved, it's barely breathing. 30 minutes from now, a thunderstorm will split your sky in half. Your dog already knows. And the thing that kills me about this is not that your dog can sense storms. Everyone knows that. The thing that kills me is what's actually happening inside your dog's body during those 30 minutes. Because it's not one thing, it's not some vague, sixth sense. It's a cascade, and it starts way before the freeze. Let me rewind. Your dog is sleeping, breathing slowly, heartbeat around 80, calm, but 60 miles west, warm air is climbing fast into the upper atmosphere. As it rises, the pressure at ground level starts to drop. Not fast, not dramatically. A slow, invisible deflation of the air around your house. You feel nothing. Maybe a slight heaviness in your sinuses. Maybe not even that. Humans are bad at this. Your dog's inner ear is not bad at this. The tympanic membrane, the thin tissue that separates the outer ear from the middle ear, flexes with pressure changes. In humans, the response is dull. In dogs, it's immediate. A pressure drop of a few millibars creates a physical sensation inside the ear canal. Not pain, discomfort. Like when a plane descends and your ears won't pop, except your dog doesn't know it's going to end. Dr. Nancy Dreschel at Penn State measured what happens next. She put recorders in the homes of storm-phobic dogs and collected saliva samples. Cortisol, the stress hormone. In dogs with storm phobia, cortisol spiked 207% above baseline. For context, a 40% increase in a human child is considered a major stress event. Your dog's body is already mobilizing. The adrenal glands are pumping, the muscles are tightening, and the storm is still an hour away, 60 miles out, invisible. But your dog's ear just felt it knock. Something else arrives, not sound, not pressure, smell. 60 miles away, lightning has already started inside that climbing air mass. Each bolt splits oxygen molecules apart. Some of those atoms recombine into O3. Ozone, a sharp, clean molecule with a scent humans describe as the smell before rain. Louisa Emmons at the National Center for Atmospheric Research traced the path. Downdrafts inside a storm push ozone from the upper atmosphere down to ground level. Then surface winds carry it ahead of the storm front, sometimes for miles. You'd need the storm to be practically overhead before you'd smell it. You've got 6 million scent receptors. That's fine for finding coffee. Your dog has 300 million. Its olfactory cortex is 40 times the size of yours. It's been cataloging airborne molecules since it woke up from its nap, and something just changed. Something sharp, something electric, something that wasn't in the air 10 minutes ago. Your dog's nose lifts. Just slightly, you don't notice. But the inventory has started. Ozone, rising humidity, ionized particles, petrichor drifting in from soil that's already being hit by rain 30 miles west. Your dog doesn't think storm. Your dog thinks this smell means bad things happened before. And its eyes open all the way. The floor starts talking, not in any way you'd notice, but the storm system is now close enough that its atmospheric turbulence is generating infrasound. Frequencies below 20 hertz. Below human hearing, deep, invisible pressure waves that roll across the landscape like a slow-motion shockwave, kilometers ahead of the first thunder. Your dog can't hear infrasound directly. Its hearing starts around 67 hertz. But here's the thing nobody puts together. Those pressure waves hit your house and they make things vibrate. Windows, walls, pipes, and most importantly, the floor. Your dog feels those vibrations through the pads of its feet, through its chest when it's lying down, through its skull via bone conduction. This is the moment your dog stands up, not because it's scared, because it can't get a clean reading lying down. Its own heartbeat is creating noise in its chest. Its own breathing is shaking its ribcage. To isolate the signal from the floor, it needs to stand. And to stand still. This is what you see when your dog freezes. You see an animal shutting down its own noise so it can listen with its skeleton. The ears go flat, not fear, tuning. Pinned ears change the geometry of the ear canal, shifting sensitivity toward lower frequencies. Your dog is reconfiguring its hardware. The body drops low, not submission, signal optimization. A lower center of gravity means fewer vibrations generated by the dog's own structure. Less self-noise, cleaner input. The freeze is not panic. The freeze is a detection system booting up. Your dog just turned itself into an antenna. Now the air itself starts to change. Thunderstorms build electrical charge. Positive ions pile up at the top of the cloud, negative ions at the bottom. As the storm gets closer, the electric field at ground level shifts. And that shift does something to your dog's fur. Dr. Nicholas Dodman at Tufts University spent years studying this. He's the director of the Animal Behavior Department at the Cummings School of Veterinary Medicine. His observation: dogs with storm phobia overwhelmingly seek out grounded surfaces during storms. Bathtubs, the space behind the toilet. Basements. Half the owners he surveyed said their dogs run to the bathroom. Not the bedroom, not under the bed. The bathroom, where the metal pipes are. Dodman's theory: static electricity builds in the dog's coat as the storm's electromagnetic field intensifies. Large dogs and double-coated breeds accumulate more charge. And when a statically charged dog touches its nose to a metal bowl, a doorknob, a radiator, it gets a shock. Right on the most sensitive part of its body. One shock during one storm. That's all it takes. The dog's brain files it. Storm equals pain. And the next time the pressure drops and the ozone arrives and the floor starts humming, the dog doesn't just detect the storm. It dreads it. Dodman's survey of 69 storm-phobic dogs at Tufts found that herding breeds, border collies, German shepherds, Australian shepherds made up the majority, and that most dogs showed their first fear response before age 1. One early shock, a lifetime of escalating dread. But here's the part that makes this complicated. In 2009, Dodman and McCobb ran a study. They fitted dogs with an anti-static cape called the Storm Defender, lined with metallic fabric designed to discharge static. Control group got a regular cape, no anti-static lining. Both capes reduced anxiety. Both. There was no significant difference between the anti-static cape and the placebo. The dogs felt better wearing either one. So is it the static? Partly. Is it the pressure of the fabric on the body? Maybe. Is it the change in the owner's behavior when they put a cape on their dog? Possibly. The honest answer is that the science hasn't fully cracked it yet. The static is real. The shocks are real. The bathroom seeking is real. But it's not the whole mechanism. It's one signal in a system that was already screaming before the first spark hit the fur. Your dog is standing in the center of the room. Still, it has been still for 5 minutes. You've asked it what's wrong twice. It hasn't looked at you, but it's been reading you the entire time. You don't know this, but your body has been reacting to the pressure drop too. Not enough for you to notice. But your breathing pattern shifted. Your shoulders tightened by a few millimeters. You glanced at the window. You picked up your phone. You put it down. You checked it again. A 2024 study in Nature confirmed that dogs can distinguish human stress from calm through scent alone. Volatile compounds released by your skin change when you're anxious. Your dog's nose doesn't need you to say a word. And Attila Andix at Utrecht University showed in his 2014 fMRI work that dogs have voice-sensitive brain regions in the same location as humans. Your dog processes the microtension in your vocal cords, the slight pitch shift when you're uneasy, the rhythm change in your breathing. You said, "What's wrong, buddy?" in a voice you thought was normal. Your dog heard the 2 Hz frequency shift that said otherwise. Your body confirmed what the pressure, the ozone, the vibrations, and the static already told your dog. Something is coming. The sky finally darkens. You see it now. The clouds are rolling in fast. The wind picks up. Your phone buzzes. Severe thunderstorm warning. You look at your dog. It's already in the bathroom. It got there before the first rumble of thunder, before the first flash, before the rain, before your phone. It's pressed against the side of the bathtub, body tight, breathing fast. The cortisol is at 207% and climbing. The ears are back. The pupils are dilated. Every system is in overdrive, and you're just now catching up. For you, this is when the storm starts. For your dog, the storm started 40 minutes ago with a pressure change you couldn't feel, a scent you couldn't smell, a vibration you couldn't detect, a charge you couldn't sense, and a tension in your own body you didn't know you were broadcasting. Your dog didn't predict the storm. Your dog was living inside the storm's leading edge for half an hour before it arrived at your door. And that freeze in the center of the room, that moment where you thought it was glitching, staring at nothing, acting weird, that was the most alert your dog has ever been. Every sensor locked, every system online, every piece of data converging into one conclusion. It's coming, not a sixth sense. 5 senses running at a resolution your body cannot match, processing a world of signals you'll never have access to. So the next time the sky is blue, the air is still, and your dog stands up and walks to the center of the room and stops breathing, don't tell it everything's fine. Because to your dog, everything already isn't fine. It felt the air deflate. It smelled the electricity. It felt the earth hum through its feet. It watched you tense up without knowing it. Your dog has been tracking this storm since before it had a shape. And now it's standing in the last quiet moment before the world gets loud, running the oldest weather system on Earth. 15,000 years of storms. 15,000 years of sleeping next to humans who couldn't feel what was coming. Your dog felt it every time. If this changed how you see that freeze, subscribe to Fur Logic and tell me in the comments, how early does your dog know? 5 minutes? 10? I've heard stories of an hour. I want yours. Next time, your dog puts its paw on you. Everyone says it means one thing. They're wrong.